Yo guys, what is going on? Blossom's back and welcome back to another episode of Top Drives. And it's been about a month and a half since the release of Apgp, and I just really wanted to share my thoughts and have a sit down and talk to you guys about how I feel about the update. And well, let me tell you, long story short, I hope we do not get another car update anytime soon. And I mean this in the best way possible. Apgp is a lot. It is a lot, and I don't want to seem like it's too much or I'm complaining. I'm not. It is a lot in what I think is the best way possible. Let me know down in the comments below, but I think that APGP, Asia Pacific Grand Prix, is one of the best updates we've had in Top Drives. I think it's up there with Great Exhibition and World Expo as well. It seems like these big summer updates are some of the best ones. Well, actually, not really. It's just World Expo and APGP that came out in the summer. If you guys remember, Great Exhibition came out at the start of the year in January, and I think one of the summer updates, ironically, was one of the worst updates ever. European Revolution, that was a piece of crap. And yeah, that came out sometime in the summer, like September, like around this time 3 years ago. I cannot believe that European Revolution is 3 years ago already. But anyway, what is a good way to tell how old the update is? Well, usually what I do is I just go into collections and tags, and out of my 176 APGP cars, I just go to the first one that I got, which was an uncommon, which is the Mitsubishi L200. So usually if I want to know how old the update is, I'll go back to this car. So it's 43 days old. I got this on the same day of the update. I remember when PL20 or Update 20, whatever you want to call it, I don't know what I said over there, but whatever you want to call it, some people couldn't get it on the first day it was released. I wasn't those people. I actually did get it on the first day of release, so this is about as early as it gets, 43 days. And then like I remember the morning of the update after, so like a couple hours after, the second car I got was the Mazda Speed MX-6, which ironically I don't think I've ever gotten since. Not that I'm missing out on anything because the car is a piece of crap for an RQ29, but yeah, 42 days old. So yeah, update's been out for like a month and a half, about 6 weeks, something like that. And I'm telling you this, dude, it's the most I've ever worked for an update, right? So in total I have 176 APGP cars, which has already surpassed the number of Pacific Coast Highway, Learn the Savannah Way, Lock to Lock, Amalfi Coast, Enter the Black Forest, and it's very soon going to rival some really big updates like World Expo, JPT, and American Frontier. And these updates have had years of head starts. The World Expo had a year head start, and I'm only about 50 cars off. JPT 2 years, American Frontier closing in on 3 years. It's actually crazy, to be honest. So 176 in total, and when you go to fully upgraded, which is understated, 140 fully upgraded cars. I know that I made a video about this prior when I had, I think, like 70 max APGP cars, and that was only like 2 weeks ago. So I'm maxing those 70 cars in 2 weeks. I'm going at a crazy rate, right? And I'm not trying to flex, all right? Because I'm gonna show some humility very soon. But let me just get the point across. I've been working a lot, right? Like I've been upgrading a lot, and that's why I think a lot of my 1 millions, like they're coming out a lot slower than usual because all of my money is just going back into upgrades. And already I have more fully upgraded APGP cars than Pacific Coast Highway, which is an update that I care very deeply about because I'm an American collector. Obviously, like more upgraded cars than Learn the Savannah Way, Lock to Lock, Amalfi Coast, Into the Black Forest. 40 away from World Expo, 50 away from JPT, and 60 away from American Frontier, and more than every other update after that. I mean, Exhibition closing in on that, about 40 cars as well. And we need to remember that this update's only been around for a month, so very soon this is going to overlap every update that we've seen before. And the crazy thing is this, right? I have such a big amount of fully upgraded cars from this, but I still struggle to compete. First things first is going to be the expert and rookie collectors, right? So in the expert and rookie collectors over here, as you can see, in order for me to surpass this level, I need 2 Australian or Malaysian cars. I only have 1 in the Holden, and that's kind of my fault because in the qualifiers they were actually giving out the Holden HSV. They've given out this car multiple times, and I guess if you're going for the tokens, then the tier 2 finish would have been a good finish for you, but I went for the tier 1 finish, so I just got another Japanese car or another South Korean car. So yeah, the Holden I missed out on, so I'm still stuck on this. And then when we move on later on to the challenge, I still lack 5 rear wheel drive and 5 front wheel drive, and honestly asking for 5 front wheel drive or 5 rear wheel drive for an update seems relatively pedestrian. But it really isn't, because the sheer size of this update is just incredibly ginormous. Another one to show you is this one right here, not this one, but the tune-up, right? So there's this special tune-up going on right now, and I really want to get the carbon fiber and the legendary pack, but I'm stuck on round 5 because I don't have enough commons and uncommons. I have 6 of these cars fully upgraded, but it isn't enough to pass the level because you're gonna need other things like, I don't know, maybe the Daimyo, or maybe just another Atenza or something, or a Mazda Kabura or whatever like that. Like, it's crazy because it's such a damn big update. You would think that when you have 140 fully upgraded cars, you should be getting through the minuscule stuff pretty easily, but you're not, because it's a massive update. It's 366 cars. It's more than we've ever seen compared to Pacific Coast Highway, and every update before that is even bigger than World Expo, JPT, and American Frontier. It's a ginormous, absolutely ginormous update. And like I said, I don't want to seem like I'm complaining. It's a great update, and unlike other updates, I'm not getting sick of this one. And let me tell you why. Let me know down in the comments below if you agree or disagree. So for lock to lock, right? It was the most monotone, boring freaking update ever because everything was the same. The entirety of lock to lock was just, it's rear wheel drive performance. That's it. It's just, there's a little bit of slick tires here and there, but for the most part, it's just rear wheel drive performance, rear wheel drive performance, rear wheel drive. Look at all the ultra rares, dude. Every single one is rear wheel drive performance. There's no like variety to it, Is it a rear wheel drive performance or rear wheel drive slick? Everything is about the same. Some cars are 2-seaters, some cars are convertible, some cars are coupes, but actually most of the cars are literally all 2-seaters. They are all the same. So it's kind of like, when you're upgrading the cars, it feels like there's no point to just go upgrade, many cars from the update. There's no point. They're all the same. It's all rear wheel drive. It's all performance. It's all 2-seaters. The moment you upgrade about 10 of them, then you're just like, why am I doing this already? There's no variety. I don't know. That's how I feel about it when I'm neutral about an update. When I'm neutral about an update, I'm looking for versatility. When there's an update like Pacific Coast Highway, then obviously I'm completely biased and I'll try and upgrade absolutely everything. But actually, Pacific Coast Highway was relatively versatile because there's, off-road tires, center tires. There were dragsters. There weren't a lot of twisty cars though. Like when you look at the Epics, literally no twisty cars. It's just the Mustang, and then like you have the Dodges with the drags, and that was it. But it was still more versatile than Lock to Lock. I think Lock to Lock was just a terrible update. It's kind of the same thing with Savannah Way though. Like learning the Savannah Way was also very just, oh, it's saloons or medium ground clearance. They have decent MRI, but they don't handle very well. They all seem the same. But the thing about Apgp and why I feel like I'm not bored about it is because it's one of the most versatile updates we've had, literally. And there's just so much to it. There's rear wheel drive, there's 4-wheel drive, there's front wheel drive, there's 4-wheel drive performance, rear wheel drive performance, front wheel drive performance, there's front wheel drive standard, there's 4-wheel drive standard, rear wheel drive standard, there's 4-wheel drive all surface tires, front wheel drive all surface tires, 4-wheel drive off-roaders, front wheel drive off-roaders, rear wheel drive off-roaders, saloons, coupes, pickup trucks, estates. This is honestly like when this update first came out, and if you go look back at my first impressions, I thought it was cool. But I did say something like, oh, I wish there was like a more, influential brand, like a flagship brand. And that was because like, I didn't know much about Hyundai. And now that I see it, Hyundai is the flagship brand of this update. I know a lot of people have their eyes on Mitsubishi, and rightly so. I mean, I think this update is just a little bit for everybody. It's actually ridiculous how much variety there is. SUVs, MPVs, estates, saloons, coupes, slick tire, rear-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, off-road, 4-wheel drive, center tires. There's so much to collect. And even like a month going into this update, there's still so many things from every rarity I'm still looking forward to, and a lot of cars that I still haven't gotten. Like I've never unpacked once, which is crazy. And obviously, like, me, I play a lot of clubs, so I also want duplicates of multiple cars. Like I'm still looking for another Barbie Mitsubishi Pajero, you know what I mean? But there's so many cars that I've yet to unpack that I really want to get. Like I want to get a Mitsubishi SST. I think it looks pretty cool. And then going on from this, I'm Speedster. I've not unpacked this yet. That's 90 handling. Like I would always take a 90 handling rare boy. Moving on, super rares. There are a couple of super rares that I still want to get. Mostly the Hyundais that I really want to get. Some of the MX-5s I think are really cool. This was a prize car, so we'll have to wait for that to be a prize to be released. But what are the ones that I want to get? Mostly the front wheel drive Hyundais. I'm looking for like the i30Ns, yeah, and the fastback. Like all of those, I've literally never unpacked once. We move on to the ultra rares. Again, I've yet to unpack a Bufori. I've yet to unpack the Lancer, which I would like to get. This car is so good. But it's ridiculous. There's so much in this update. I'm not bored about it. I'm literally upgrading cars left, right, and center. And that's why my 1 million openings are about a lot slower now, because I'm putting so much resources into this update. One really interesting thing that I do want to show you, which I never thought would happen, is that I've managed to collect every single Bufori epic before I got a single ultra rare. I mean, bear in mind this is a prize card, we don't really count that. But yeah, I have 3 Bufori epics, one that we recently won this week. I've unpacked the BMS this morning, and I unpacked the prototype a while ago. And yeah, I just think it's kind of crazy that I unpacked both of them before I even pulled a freaking ultra rare. But yeah, real quick, the rest of the video I'm just gonna show you my collection, how it's going so far. Let me know down in the comments below how many fully upgraded APGP cars you got. So I think first of all, I'm gonna show the fully upgraded ones. I'm more biased towards showing those because I work so hard for these. So let's have a quick look, and then I'm gonna open like an APGP pack just to cap the video off. It's another APGP video, but you know, I'm not sick of the update yet. Let me know if you are, if you're not. One interesting thing though is that I'm starting to see this car everywhere now. Literally, I am seeing this car everywhere now, the Hyundai Staria. I'm not sure if the update has made me aware of its existence or it really just magically showed up since APGP. It's a 2021 model, it's 2 years old now, but I am seeing it everywhere now. So we start off with the commons, nothing too special. The most important thing is the Damien Miles of Speed, got 2 of those. Then we move on to the uncommons, right? And then, like, literally, I'm just upgrading things that I need for the collector series as well, and mixed in with cars that I like and enjoy. I would like another Barbie Pajero, and the real key takeaways is the Galant. This is the best City Street small uncommon in the entire game now. It's got a 4-banger AMG in that, so it's basically a C43 now. But yeah, this thing is absolutely fantastic. It's so good. I got 2 of them maxed out. I'm looking forward to a second Roadster NRA, dude. I only have 1, and I'm happy to have one, but I would like to get another one because that car is so freaking good. Moving on to the rares, as you can see, we have the new Hyundai Elantra, looking like the Hyundai Fil Rouge, which is a car that I just recently dedicated an entire video to. If you haven't seen it, do check it out. It's a passion project to a car that I recently fell in love with from this update. Basically like a cheat sheet, right? If you are a Starion, then I will collect you, I will max you, and I will embrace you. I freaking love Starions, so I'm trying to get every single one of those. But yeah, rares are a dime a dozen, dude. Whatever I get, I just try and max as much as I can. Look, there's saloons, their estates, their SUVs, their medium ground clearance cars, low ground clearance cars. It's ridiculous. Their coupes, the Genesis, we recently got that. My most recent 1 mil opening, that's already done and maxed. And then obviously the real key here is the Mitsubishi Triton. So I got 2 of the max, and I'm more than happy to welcome even more of those. Moving on to super rares. Again, I'm not that big of a super rare collector, but for me to upgrade 42 super rares in 6 weeks is astonishing. Truly, I'm actually taken aback by this because I actually really don't like collecting and maxing super rares. Think about it. 1 super rare is 40,000. So you can do the math. I don't want to do the math. I guess I could try. I'm pretty sure fully upgrading 1 full super rare is 43,000. So 43, and I think I upgraded 43, right? Was it 43 fully at 42, right? So 43,000, give or take, multiplied by 42. I've spent 1.8 million on the super rares of this update alone, upgrading those super rares alone, and that doesn't even count the rares and the 18 ultra rares. 1 ultra rare is about 60,000 to upgrade. Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot. And, you know, even after all this, I still feel like there's a lot for me to collect. There's a lot for me that I've even yet to unpack. So that's why I'm saying I don't think we need another car update soon. I would love another update where we have some new photo changes. I think that'd be really, really cool. We've had 1 of those since the drop of APGP. But honestly speaking, I don't think we need another car update anytime soon. If not, I'll be completely overwhelmed. I'm already pretty overwhelmed as it is. And I'm playing this game at, like, you know, 100 times speed, a lot faster than a lot of you guys might be playing it too. So I can only imagine, you know, how many cars you've managed to fully upgrade at this point, especially if you are a collector. I know Extreme, if you're watching, he's a collector. So I can only imagine, like, this is such a tasking update, but in a good way, in a fun way. I do enjoy it. You know, I didn't, like, I don't have enough Mazdas. I did not win the Koenigsegg, but it doesn't really feel like I'm missing out. I'm going at my own pace. It's a fast pace, but I enjoy it. And, you know, you trust the process. And I do like this update. It's so freaking versatile. So versatile. But yeah, that's basically like my entire fully upgraded garage, so you can go check that out. But I'll get rid of fully upgraded so we can see the big stuff as well. So as you can see, I do have the 2-star Hyundai i20 WRC. Freaking love that car. I got the before, which I literally got today. It's gonna say 0 days. Yes, I already raced it 6 times in clubs today. Mitsubishi HSR, which is my first epic from the update. I used 3 of the Moabs. Now it's only 2. Eventually I'm gonna finish this off. It only requires 6 more ultra rares to finish, but I don't think I'll finish it anytime soon, but eventually I will. I also have 2 of the Lancers and the Mazda 3 2.5 as well. Moving on to ultra rares, it's really interesting though. I have a lot of duplicate ultra rares, yet there's so many ultra rares I've yet to collect, which I think is kind of funny. 2 626s, I had 3, I got rid of 1. I had 2 Familias at one point, got rid of 1. 2 3000s, 2 CX90s, 2 CX60s, 3 Mazda 6 MPSs. I had 2 Santa Fe's at one point. I got rid of 1. 2 Paeros, 2 323. That, you know, I just love how this car is called 323. You got a 323 at 323. I got 2 MX Cross Sports, 2 Velosters. I had 2 of the Palisades at one point. And then 2 CX7s. I think it's crazy, honestly, like how many duplicates I've gotten from this update already, even though that there is so much to collect. Yeah, I mean, there's so many cars that I've not even collected, like the Lancer GSR, the Elantra. Still, again, I'm not gonna say what are the cars that I want the most, because the moment Hutch hears that, I'm never gonna get it. But you know, one of everything would be really cool at the end of the day. This one too, the Lancer, this one's a legend, right? I think it ran rally. Bunny would know more about it, but I think it ran rally in Africa. I'm just starting to realize actually that the guy driving this, look at that, you see that white thing on his head? I think that's a turban. The only reason why I'm only saying this now is because I remember there was like this like really like popular Sikh guy. Am I pronouncing that right? Sikh. Who was from, I think, India, and then he went to like Africa and he did rally racing over there. I forgot his name though, but I knew he was pretty popular in the Mitsubishi scene. But yeah, it's just really cool. Anyway, it's a really big update. There's a lot to digest. We're gonna end off with a pack over here. We got a 23% chance at getting an epic or a legendary. So hopefully we'll see if the boosted odds are a little bit nicer to us. But anyway, we're gonna cap it off with a pack over here. 1,000. Well, actually, I do want to open the 2499 offer. It looks a bit better. It's 2 ultra rares as well, and a 35% chance. All right, we'll go with the more expensive option. There you go. Merry Christmas. I do love these tri-series offers. I haven't even reviewed this pack yet, but I do hope that I will get whatchamacallit, an uncommon, so I can continue the tune-up challenge, because right now I am hard stuck. I love that. That's at least 3 ultra rares, and that is another Australian car, so I can continue that Australian Malaysian token thing. That is huge. All right. 56. Funny enough, right? The 2 cards that we got, duplicate and duplicate. Both are literally duplicate. So nothing new. A 3rd MX Crossboard, a 2nd Holden, and... That was so anticlimactic. so anticlimactic. It's a Porsche. Okay. But that's a really good pull though. We get like at 60%, 10%. We got a 10% card 3. Jeez. Yeah, we could have gotten an epic there, but I guess we didn't. That was really cool though. That was also really did not expect that, but that was really, that's 3 ultra rares from a carbon from a 2,500 offer. Like, I ain't even mad about that. So yeah, again, talking about duplicates. Your boys get more duplicates. That GT3 though, that's gonna be my first ultra rare upgrade, not from the new update in quite some while. So I'm really happy to get that X epic. That is really cool. Not to mention, guys, I think you saw this earlier. I'm already upgrading more APGP cars as it stands. But anyway, that's gonna be it for today, y'all. It's a massive update. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about APGP. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. Stay safe, wash your hands, and blossom out. Peace.
Bro, this song just makes me so happy.
Me too. Imagine being Asian in the 50s, looking nifty, leather jacket, looking sleek, look like Presley, look so deadly. Got a jukebox back at home, feeling jazzy, turn it on and play it slow, like the movies with the ladies.
They so fine.
Imagine being Asian in the 50s, looking nifty, leather jacket, looking sleek, look like Presley, look so deadly. Got a jukebox back at home, feeling jazzy, turn it on and play it slow, like the movies with the ladies.
They so fine.
Sit back, relax in my Bonneville
Pontiac.
Hold tight all night, cruise to Jacksonville
Atlantic.
Blonde hair, don't care, look like Leslie Brooks. Pin up girls everywhere with the drop dead look. Swing it side to side as we slip